Let's continue our discussion with the KZN Premier, Willies Mchunu, who received the Moerane Commission report yesterday, the final one. The commission was set up in 2016 to investigate the spate of killings in the province, which were suspected to be politically motivated. And from the answers that the Premier is giving us, I think we can surely confirm that they are politically motivated. We can see the factions within the ANC in the province, Premier. And our worry, and I imagine the people's worry in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, is, yes, you get this report, but the reality is that there are huge factions in KwaZulu-Natal. And if someone's not happy with what the report has to say, will they actually follow the findings? I mean, as it is, we can see that the relationship between yourself and, for instance, Sihle Zikalala is not very strong. How do you intend people to follow if the relationship is not strong between these factions?
Look, Leanne, I don't think we should speak just about the ANC, because the commission was very emphatic. The chairperson of the commission was very emphatic that they listened to all political parties, they listened to all witnesses, and this problem of killings of politicians and their findings is not related to one party, it's related to all of the big parties in the province. That is one matter that I think we must settle first. And secondly, the commission was very clear that whilst this may have been a commission for KwaZulu-Natal, but their findings are reminiscent of what is happening right throughout the country. And that is why they have a specific recommendation that they made beyond KwaZulu-Natal. In other words, although I'm not divulging any other matters, I'm just putting the perspective correctly. This was not investigation around the ANC, and the commission did not do it that way. So, but on the matter of us going the whole hog, obviously, where the findings indicate problems between political parties and within political parties, we will also depend on the will and the commitment of the relevant political parties to deal with whatever pertains to them. Because remember, Leanne, government is not in control of political parties. There is nothing that says government is in control of political parties. Neither is any agency of government like the police. The political parties are run through their own constitutions, they have their own leadership structures, and their leadership structures are responsible for ensuring that normal political environments are created within political parties, but within the body politics of our country and in our province in particular.
So indeed.
In short, we are saying that whilst the commission has been commissioned by government, but everybody else has a duty. And once we have released the findings, we hope that everybody will define their own roles within the findings and play them
Premier,
with
thank
commitment.
You. Premier, just we've run into time problem now because we've got the news in 1 minute. But one of the big issues also coming out of this is the protection of witnesses. And there was a particular witness who came forward yesterday speaking to the media, which I'm sure you're very much so aware of. His name is Tabiso Zulu. He is saying that he has reported to no end the problems that are going on, particularly within the Mzumkhulu municipality. He's got key evidence in the assassination and murder of Sindiso Matraka, and yet he's saying that he is getting no protection. No one's looking after him. He's even gone to the public protector. The public protector herself said nobody wants to abide and follow by the investigations into this, and saying that their cooperation is not happening. So, I mean, already you can see here that there seems to be an issue as well. The protection of the witnesses going forward once this is made public.
Yes, it is clear the commission was very emphatic as well on that point, that whilst we must make the report public, but we must find a way of ensuring that people's names are protected, and we will do so. In the case of Thabiso Zulu, he did send a message to me yesterday morning, and by yesterday afternoon I had already raised the matter and I discussed it with even the National Commissioner, and I have plans to meet Thabiso Zulu. We'll take his matter forward. Whatever is necessary will be done.
All right. Premier, we thank you for your time. Thanks very much for talking to us. The Moerane Commission, it's up to now 21 days that the Premier will hand this over. It will go to Parliament, and of course it will be made public, as you have heard from the Premier, and we should be able to see what the findings were. All right, that was the